Hi Virgo, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Virgo, happy new year. God fortsättning, as we say in Swedish. Virgo, this is your reading for the upcoming 2 weeks. I've shifted the deck from another deck that I've used before. If you saw me before, welcome to any newcomers. This is the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck, but it's still not a tarot reading because I don't know it. I use this card because it's fun to watch them, and it's more fun for you maybe to watch the cards rather than just me all the time. And it gets my intuition going, gets my guidance going. I've asked Virgo for, I asked for you, Virgo, to get just what you need to hear most right now. What is the most beneficial thing for you to hear right now? In terms of, I feel like there's a lot of readings out there telling you where you're at, and you sort of know where you're at. So it's good to know where you're at, but it's also good to know what you have manifested for yourself. What do you have to look forward to? What is in the near future? What is beneficial to you to know? And then I finish off with Doreen Virtue cards, which is timing cards, which is interesting because I don't I don't believe in timing in that sense that something can tell you when it's time. You know when it's time. When you're in alignment with what you want, it's going to happen. But it's sort of a good indication. Sorry, I put the sound off. It's a good indication. If you hear that 2 weeks from now it's going to happen, if you like to hear that, sort of stay where you're at in your energy. If it's like, oh, it will never happen, then we can do something about your energy. So it's sort of good to know. It's a good pointer, and it's a bit fun. It's a bit fun. Anyway, I'm waiting for 3 cards to just sort of pop out of the deck. We want to know what's the most uplifting, what Virgo can look forward to for the near future, for the group that is resonating with this message. We just moved into Aquarius season yesterday on the 20th, and then we are going to have a new moon in Aquarius on the 24th. So that is this upcoming Friday. If you listen to this message after that, it's still Aquarian energy. It's very uplifting, it's very upbeat, it's very inspiring. It's new thoughts, new ideas, new inventions. Aquarius is all about trying new things, being original, sort of being a trailblazer. Is that what you say? Like walking a path where nobody else has walked before. That sort of energy. It's sort of also very much around relationships. Any type of relationship. Relationships needing to be healed. Relationships needing to come back together. Relationships needing to really go their separate ways. It's all about relationships. Okay, Virgo, why don't you want to jump out? Like, I don't want it. I don't want it today. Don't you want it today, Virgo? It's a good energy, Virgo. It's fun. Starting to really, there you go. It flipped, but didn't fly out. So maybe you're coming. Or I will just pick them. I will pick them. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Third one. I don't think every reading, you're my 6th reading, are you? Yes, you are. I mean, the universe is just, if it's that we're in 2020 now, if it's that we're, I don't know, it's just the universe is playing a huge role, I feel like, for every person right now. It's like you just have divine guidance. You have divine guidance wherever, whenever you walk, wherever you walk. is just coming through so strongly in the cards now. And this destiny card has kept coming out, I think, for 3 signs in a row now. And I think it's Cancerian, Leo, and you. So it's something about living your destiny, walking your destiny, being called into your destiny. And so the first card out is number 5. And I want to explain, I've gotten some comments about, we can't see what's on the bottom of the card because it's being mirrored. And that's due to the fact that I'm not watching straight into the camera. It's not the camera that's actually, it is the camera that is picking up the vision, but it's like the computer that has a program that is, anyway, it's like being projected through the computer, not through the camera. That's why it's being reversed like that. So I do apologize if it's a 5 on the top. And it says wisdom. Sometimes I don't say what's on the bottom because it doesn't resonate with what the guidance is. That's why. So don't feel like snubbed. I'm not trying to hold anything away from you, but I can read it anyway if that makes sense to any of you guys. If that's something you want. It says wisdom on the bottom. It's a number 5. Number 5 for me is life path. So Virgo, there's something about you, you're really hitting home now. You really have struck a chord within yourself, feeling like you're on your life path every day, or you couldn't be alive. Being alive is being on your life path. But you might have felt like, I don't know what is it that I'm doing with my life? What is it? Am I doing something that I really love, that really makes a difference? And Virgo, I just have to say, wherever you're at, it's sort of, excuse me, for the end all be all, it is not really important specifically what you're doing, because you can do the dishes, and if you're in a good vibe with yourself, you can do the dishes and still spread the good news, still spread the good energy all around you. So it's not doing the dishes and not doing the dishes that is the thing. But I get it. It feels like you've been called. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is vägvisare. It's like what is that called then? A guide, a human guide. It can be a non-physical guide as well, but I feel like there's something being put on your path right now. Something has started to call you. You have in the book there, the sun is there. The sun can stand for that you being, it can have something to do with you relating to a Leo. But other than that, it is just, the sun card is such a strong, it's a strength in you. It's the sun like showing you the way, putting light upon your path, like come here, you would truly, truly enjoy doing this. So I feel like if you've been at a job, or whatever your occupation has been, being at a 9-to-5 job or being at home with kids, or whatever you've done, I feel like you're being called to what you would consider being your life path, if that makes any sense. Like you would consider it to be, oh my God, I'm finally doing something that is in accordance with who I am, why I want to wake up in the morning, why I can't go to bed at night, because it's so intriguing. If I just can watch this one more thing about this thing, or if I can just read up on just one, and then I'll go to sleep. Like if you're exhausted during the day because you just can't put it down because it's so exciting for you, that is the thing right now. And I feel like it's calling you. It's a calling, and it's a black border, so it's all about the universe calling you. You have the universe has your back. You might have the universe's back too. Yeah, there's a dog there, and I have to say, this particular dog, this particular breed, doesn't really want to focus. There you go. I've actually seen that quite often in just the past few days. It might actually just be for me that I need to, like, what is it with this dog? But there's might be a dog coming your way. You might not think that you want a dog, or you might not think you want an addition to your family. And all of a sudden, this dog is calling you. I feel like we're coming together with our soul family right now. And our soul family doesn't necessarily have to be just the person, your soulmate that you're supposed to live with, or your like a soulmate can come through your kids. Your soul family can be your kids, it can be your partner, but it can also be friends, it can be co-workers, and it can be a dog, it can be a cat. You just have no explanation. You just ended up with this dog and you were not supposed to have a dog. But then when the dog is there, it's like a completion of something. And I feel like we're being drawn, if we've been scattered all around the earth, it's like we're slowly being brought together now. You're feeling calling towards something or someone or both. Or you feel like you're longing for someone. Where are you? You don't even know maybe who you're calling out to or the thing that you're calling out to, but you're still missing them. Like, can you come home now? Or just a feeling of, I want to go home now. I feel like that's what's happening, and especially with the Aquarian energy, it's going to elevate it even more. And then, guys, we move into destiny. Like, we have first the wisdom card, which is almost the same card with life path number 5. Life path, wisdom, black border. Now we have the black border. We have destiny in a number 10. It says number 10 here, which is all about completion. As I said that, this is 11:11 on the clock. It's just almost silly. The synchronicity is just raining. So this destiny's calling, guys. I can't say it any other way. Destiny's calling. You're supposed to do what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to finally not work your ass off for everybody else, but Virgo, you probably will never grow out of it. I'm sorry. You would probably never grow out, and it's a beautiful trait, so you shouldn't grow out of it. But like, your innate nature is just to uplift and elevate and help everybody else. Everybody else. If there's a fly inside, like, can I help you, sir? Sorry for being a bit. Yeah. Anyway, it feels like, okay, I'm gonna help everybody else, but I'm gonna take me with it. I'm gonna take me into the mix this time. I'm gonna include myself and not work myself so hard to exhaustion that, I don't want to go to work anymore because I just do it for everybody else. I feel like when destiny's here, it's like it's being organized for you now. And if it's something about, if you haven't caught up to destiny, you probably have been tossed around a bit, maybe towards the end of 2019, maybe just like the 2-3 years leading up to 2020. You might have been in an, would you say that? Acceleration period. Like, you just had to speed up to, sometimes that happens in the camera here, like, or if you watch something, sometimes it can just freeze and it stays there, and then when it's jump starting again, it just accelerates until it's sort of in its right time, when it's like the now time again, if that makes any sense. I feel like that's maybe what you've been put through. You've been put through a situation where it's like, okay, we need Virgo to pick up speed here to land in destiny, so that you're like in alignment with what it is that you sought out to do. And maybe you've been a bit pushed like into that, and so you felt a bit rushed, a bit overwhelmed, a bit stressed, a bit maybe even in some trauma. I just had this overwhelming feeling, guys, that you're being called away from some sort of work that you're doing, maybe even some sort of relationship that you're in, to this completion. We're just completing it now. It's a done deal. It was a perfect start for your life and for what's to come in destiny, but you're being called home. That sort of feeling. So I get it. If you're in a hardship deciding whether to leave a relationship right now or whether to stay, and you might love them, you might really love them, and you're still being called away. So be kind to yourself, be kind to your people around you, and do whatever you can. But this is destiny calling, and I think you feel it. I think you feel it, guys. Then we have number 6. Number 6 for me stands for relationships and romance. It says on the bottom, though, material and spiritual prosperity. So it's covering everything. We have the red border, which talks about foundation, stability. The base is good, like the finances are good, home life, like a house that Oprah always said, the house maybe isn't Oprah, but somebody said to Oprah that the house should rise up and meet you when you open the door. The house should rise up and meet you. And maybe not every person has had the opportunity to have a house that has risen up to meet them when they entered the door. It's like, is this who's greeting me? Really? But I feel like this is happening for you now. You're finding your home base. You're finding, maybe even being called to a different place in your country. Maybe even being called or drawn to a different country. Where your roots, like where your energy matches even better than it does now. Not to say that you can't travel the world anymore, but where you have your foundation, you're being called to. And then with the number 6, which is in sort of a not reverse mirroring position, it's all about relationships and love and feeling drawn to it. It's like you're standing there in solitude, just looking out, thinking, oh my God, I'm in such the right place at the right time. It's beautiful, it's divine, but it's like you do have a lot on your mind. Like what? I do get, Virgo, that you need a bit of courage right now. And the courage is not a bad position to be in, guys. We have guidance coming into your. It's like you're getting a free course from the non-physical, wanting you to put you on the right track, giving you every secret non-physical has ever known. That's being put your way right now. That's kind of nice. We have destiny. Destiny's calling, the wheel, the completion. We tried every version of yourself. You learned so much about yourself and everybody else. Can you please focus? Sorry. There you go. It's beautiful. It's the completion, it's destiny, it's the black borders, and then we have the sun shining upon you. There's 2 of everything, so there's symbolism of the soulmate connection coming in. We have material and spiritual prosperity. And I feel like those goes hand in hand. If you're solid on the inside, you're going to be solid on the outside. But this is you needing some sort of courage to just take it all in and to move in this direction. I know it sounds silly, but it's almost like somebody has come in to say, okay, Jesus, it's time. It's time that you go out and teach the masses. It's time. And you're standing there like, holy shite. Like, I saw what happened to that dude. I don't know if I want to go through that again. You're not going to go through that again. We have ended a cycle that is just never going to be repeated. We're in such new times. You're not going to have to go out and teach everybody else about, the way that Jesus did. But there's a calling here, guys. There's a calling, Virgo, to find your authentic truth. You're being guided. Things you want is coming in. It is a beautiful reading. It is a beautiful, beautiful reading. I can't say enough about it. It's just here it is. It's all good. It's all perfect. Wisdom, destiny, material and spiritual prosperity. We have the life path. We have the completion, and we have the soulmate connection. It's just get ready, guys. Really get ready. And I don't mean like get ready, take your shoes on. Maybe you should take your shoes on. But like get ready in the sense, connect with yourself. Know thyself. Okay, timing feels almost ridiculous, but I've done it for the other destiny readings. The readings where the destiny showed up. Within the next few months. So within the next few months, you're gonna embark on this journey. You're going to really start to walk this path, I feel. So you might even have the guts to do some of these changes now. If that's leaving a relationship, you're going to do it. If that's walking into new, like starting something brand new where destiny is calling, you just keep your eyes and ears open, and you'll take little steps towards it where you feel you being filled up with, you'll just know what to do. This is within the next few months on the bottom. It's like your palace on top there. It's the stairway to heaven. So guys, within the next few months, which is like probably somewhere from now till the end of March, you're feeling like you're living a whole lot more of this truth. With the wisdom, with guidance, with destiny, really feeling like you have material and spiritual prosperity. I mean, that's a yummy card. Material and spiritual prosperity. When you have the wisdom card and life path and completion and destiny, I always think about what to call the video. That should be a good, right there. But then material and spiritual prosperity, that is a yummy one. Anyway, you might be called or drawn to a lot of the other signs, specifically Cancerian, like Cancer and Leo, because it is the same vibe here. I feel like it's the same vibe, guys. Check them out if you want to, see if it resonates with you. I'm not, because I don't know it, maybe you're like what you say, the sun, you might have the sun in Leo, you might have your ascendant, like your rising in Cancerian, something like that, or a lot of those in your chart, in your birth chart. I don't know, check them out and see if they resonate. I hope it uplifts and helps you and resonates with some of you guys out there. Please, no, do whatever you want with it. It's just destiny. I hope to see you back in a week. Please subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. Take care. Bye.